So yes, as the title says, I retired my mom 7 days after she got a job. And it wasn't just any job, it was her first ever opportunity. That's the first ever job that she ever had. And the reason why it is her first ever job and not some second, third, fourth job is my mom's life, for the most part, she was a stay-at-home mother. She was raising me and my brother, and that is it. But despite her getting her first ever opportunity when she first graduated college, my father refused because she had a son coming on the way, which is me. And my dad told her that you should take care of the kids, you should not pursue this opportunity and whatnot. And that's what my mom did. She stayed at home, taking care of me and raising me. And that's what my mother did for years. Up until 2017, where my mom had a big shift going from a stay-at-home mother to a fitness mother. And that's where her new phase began. She was so in love with gym, CrossFit, things that had equipment and just moving your body. And that's what she did up to 2019, when she had to leave the country where we lived, which is called the United Arab Emirates, or what you most know it for, Dubai. She left that country with my brother, moved back to our home country, and then she didn't let her dreams go down. She began to get her qualifications. She began to make sure she's well on her way to become a personal trainer. Unfortunately for my mother though, she wasn't able to find any sort of opportunity until about over a week ago. And all that thanks to her friend that was able to refer her to a coach who's looking for people to come in and handle and manage clients. So when my mom got the job, first ever job, I was already making over $10,000 a month. And you may say, why would you let your mother go get a job when you're already doing well financially? Because my mom does not give a single shit about what I make and how I make it. What she cares about is what she wants. My mom doesn't care about the money. My mom wants to do something that she loves. And when she finally got the opportunity, she didn't want to let it go. Despite me telling her, oh, we can just I can pay for everything. You don't need to worry. My mom was not in it for the money. She was in it because of the experience and she had passion for it. Now, from day one, things were already going south. Nothing was going great. The coach that she was working for, the manager or whatever, he was an a-hole. And that continued for about a week till she came one day. She was like, I cannot do this anymore. I gotta leave. So I took her and my brother out for a nice dinner to celebrate a goal that I achieved. And at the dinner, I told her, I was like, Mom, listen, I can take care of you. You don't need to do this anymore. And eventually, she was able to agree. The next day, she walked in like a boss and I was with her. She quit 7 days after she got her new job. She was like, you know what, F this. I'm gonna find a much better opportunity. Maybe I'll start my own thing. I was like, yeah, you know what, maybe in the future I'll help you, get your own thing going. Because I remember my mom telling me she always wanted to open up her own gym, but she didn't know what to do. She didn't know where to begin. She didn't have the funds. I told her, I was like, listen, maybe this is just like the start of a bigger thing. You never know. Perhaps in the future we'll open up your own thing. And when I retired my mom, I felt so relieved and happy because I just get to realize that why I did this from the beginning. I was out working my A off because I wanted to be able to make sure that my mom does not have to worry about money ever again. And the moment I did that, she went and got a job. I was kind of, pissed off, but then I understood why she was doing it because that was her dream. That was her dream. But now finally, agreeing on a certain amount of money that will enter my mom's pocket on a monthly basis just makes me feel so happy because now I get to take care of everybody. And I get it. I know she's a bit sad. And I know she doesn't like the idea. She doesn't like the idea of the son taking care of things because in her eyes, it should be the other way around of her taking care of me and my brother. But honestly, I always just look back to why I started this from the beginning. And it's just very eye-opening to realize that despite me doing all of this, my mom wants to do her own thing. It's weird in a way. But I get it. Everybody wants to have their own shot and they want to pursue their own things on this planet. It's not always going to be easy. But you gotta try somehow, some way. And it doesn't matter how long it takes, as long as you just keep going at it. Like I said, my mom was getting her certificates and her qualifications for years, and she only got her first ever opportunity about over a week ago. That just shows my mother's dedication just a quick a week later. But if the circumstances were different, and I didn't encourage my mom to retire and leave the job, and I wasn't doing good financially, I would say she would still be at the job, even though the manager was an a-hole. Because no matter what, you gotta put yourself in situations where you're just under pressure and things are very uncomfortable, because that's the only way to grow. My mom actually currently, as we speak, is still on the lookout for a new opportunity with a better manager. Hopefully, he's a much better person instead of a guy who doesn't even know how to run a business, because it wasn't only me, it was me and other of her friends who told her this guy doesn't know what the F he's doing. He doesn't. Listen, I don't run a big business with multiple locations like he does, but I've heard stories that this guy loses team members and clients on a weekly basis. And also he had to close down one place because no one is coming in and no one wants to manage it because he is an a-hole. I met the guy and the guy's short. The guy's shorter than me. Bear in mind, I am 5'8", and I am proud, by the way, before you say anything, I am 5'8", and I'm proud of it. But speaking to this guy, when I shook his hand, I gripped his hand like this, and he was just looking up to me. Like, he's just looking up, like, dude, how short you gotta be to look up to a 5'8" guy? This guy was a effing midget. Bear in mind, my brother is 14 years old, and I can bet you my left kidney that this guy is shorter than my brother. I just know it. I just know it. And the problem is, he was acting like he is the boss. When he looked at me, he just felt a little bit like uncomfortable, because now he's speaking to a real dude, you know? He's not speaking to some guy who's gonna listen to his words. By the way, the guy knows what I do. The guy knows how much money I make, because one of my mom's friends told the manager about me. She's like, listen, this guy's smart. If he tells you something, you need to listen to him. He's full of ideas. Of course, I wasn't ready to give the guy any sort of advice because he was a bitch. Well, yeah, anyway, we kind of got a little bit off topic here. I think what my mother's takeaway from this entire situation was that no matter how things go for you, you always gotta keep going. Bear in mind, when my mom was getting her qualifications, and from 2017 all the way up to this day, she was not making any money. Actually, it was her mother and her siblings that were helping her out with money before I found any sort of success. And when I found any sort of success, I began to pay people back on her behalf, so she doesn't always feel the pressure of having to pay people back. Your main takeaway from my mother's experience should be that you should always stay dedicated, no matter how long it takes. The reason why she was able to quit was because of me, and I encouraged her. So if you don't have someone that you can lay back on, keep going no matter what. 2, even if you lose your first opportunity, don't think it's game over. You gotta keep going no matter what. 3, follow what you love most. My mom loved the gym, equipment, anything that had to do with exercising your body. This is why she pursued her career as a personal trainer. So do what you love, just like she's currently doing what she loves. And that is it. I don't want to keep this conversation too long. I want to make it short, simple, and straight to the point for you, so you can understand life is full of opportunities. And just because my mom lost her job, she actually was sad, because it wasn't always about the money. Don't make it about the money. Make it about who you want to become and what you want to show up as in this world. And if you don't achieve that potential of yours, then you have failed. My mom doesn't want the money. She wants to be the person she wants to be the most, which is a personal trainer or a person who has their own gym. That's what she wants. She doesn't want anything else. Show up in this world the way you wish to show up. Don't worry about the money. Don't worry about any of this, okay? When my mom got the job, her salary was shite. It wasn't good at all. It was actually below minimum wage, and she would get commissions if she signed any new clients. Unlucky for her, she didn't have enough time to sign new clients. Actually, no, she did sign 2 people, but then my mom told the guy, I don't want my rights, I don't need my extra money because my son is gonna take care of me. That's what my mom did. So yeah, anyway, go out there, live your dream life, achieve your goals, stay dedicated, and you will get there, and do not stop no matter what.